Hello, this is Paul for Thrive Today. If I can do it, you can do it too. If you are going to thrive in life, my friend, you must be willing to be persistent. What is persistence? What does it mean to be persistent? To be persistent means you are not going to take a no for an answer. To be persistent means when people reject you, you do not take rejection. Or rejection does not mean denial. That is persistence. Persistence means that I may be held back, but that does not mean I'm going to hold myself back. Things may not work the way I want them to work, but that does not mean I'm going to give up or just let things slide by just because they didn't work the way I want them to work. Persistence means you are not willing to have a no as an answer. Persistence means you are not going to let anybody tell you or talk you out of the thing that you want to do in life. That is persistence. Persistence says you look at the mountain and you see it as a hill. Persistence says 1,000 steps begin with one, but you know that you must take that one to get to the top. Persistence says that though I may be beaten, I may be struck, I may be disappointed, I may be discouraged, I refuse to let myself down. That is persistence. When my father left us when I was 4 years old and took the little house that we had and gave it to another woman, my mother suffered a lot. We didn't have much. First we didn't have much, then we had nothing again. I was persistent growing up. I knew from one house to another, from one home to another. Ended up with my uncle who raised us. He was a good guy, but I was a stubborn kid too. So I ended up being abused, being beaten all the time. Struck me, tied me down, put me under the table, and let me sleep under the table. If I woke up, he beat me again. Why did you wake up? Why are you crying? There was no medium. There was no good or bad. Everything was for, whatever I did was, I was beaten for it. But I never saw myself as a victim because I knew everything comes and everything goes. Change is constant. It's the only constant thing in life. So whatever you could be going through today, don't be sitting down and thinking it will never change. Nothing stays the same. Nothing stays the same. Nothing. Everything will change. Sometimes it changes for good and sometimes not for good. But nothing stays the same. Everything that goes down must come back up. So I was persistent, knowing that even though this is the life that has come to me, I refuse to take it the way it has come to me because I can change my course. I never, ever saw myself as a victim because I knew that whatever was happening to me was just a process to actually prepare me for the life I would find in America, which was even harder for me, being a stranger on the street in America. No home, nobody that I know, nobody that could help me. And I was in this place by myself, sleeping on the bus station without help. And that's it. So if my past pain and struggle and suffering that I had growing up, if I didn't go through that, it would have been harder for me to go through this experience later in life. So whatever you go through today, or whatever you went through yesterday, you should never despise it. It might have been a lesson to teach you of the things to come. And the more you ignore your experiences and run away from them, you are running away from your destiny. You are running away from your destiny. Because most of the things that we go through prepare us for the future and the life to come. I was being prepared to endure the winter, February winter, rejection after rejection, denial after denial. Why? Because as I grew up, that's what I experienced. But I never took it personal. I knew it was just a lesson of life, that I could become somebody someday and maybe experience the same things. But if I can overcome one, I can be able to overcome another. Success leaves clues, they say. If you are able to just manage or succeed at one thing, you can use the same principles that worked then into other areas of life. That's what I used. I used the same tenacity, the same consistency and persistence that I could use. I use the same for me to be able to overcome and be able to manage the loneliness, the rejection that I found when I came to America without a home, and I was homeless. I had a dream, but the dream had turned into a nightmare. Some of us, some of you, could be living that way. You could be living in what you think was a dream, could have turned into a nightmare. It could be marriage, could be a relationship, could be business. Now you are struggling to keep it, and you don't know how to keep it. You are struggling. Don't give up. Persistence is the key. Nothing in this life can beat persistence. Nothing can beat persistence. Even education, we know, is not enough. Even talent is not enough. How many people that you know are so talented that they have not amounted to anything? You knew them growing up in high school. You knew they were good at something, but today they're not good at nothing. Even talent enough is not enough. Persistence and determination is the key by which you can do and get whatever you want in life. If you are going to thrive, you have to be persistent. You have to be committed to the very thing that you want to do in life. But if you're not, you're going to live life and say, I wish I did, instead of I'm glad I did. Today I say I'm glad I did, because those experiences have made me who I am today. I have learned more from my failures than I've learned from my successes. Don't run away from the challenges of life. They are teaching you and making you a better person, cleaning you like gold, the one we put in our teeth. I met a guy the other day. He has bling, bling everywhere. Gold earrings, gold teeth, gold everything. And I said, man, you look good. He said, yeah. But then I began telling him the process of how gold gets into his teeth. He was surprised. He was mesmerized. I was also surprised that he didn't know that gold has value in itself, no matter where it is put. Whether under the ground, whether in the bathroom, you flush in the toilet, it's in the ground for a reason. For you to guide it, you must dig it out, clean it, go through the process for you to be able to put it on your earrings, in your ears, in your hands, whatever. That is the value of gold. That's the value. Gold has value no matter where you put it. So your value is not dependent on where you were born, to who you were born to what circumstances you live in today. Your value is your value no matter where they put you. I gave a good example of Prince Harry. No matter where Prince Harry goes, whether he goes to Africa, whether he comes to America, whether he marries outside of his lineage, whatever they call it, whether he marries Meghan, no matter where Prince Harry goes, Prince Harry is Prince. Whether he is wearing sandals, whether he's wearing no t-shirt, is on the beach, whatever he does, Prince Harry is a prince. You are destined to thrive no matter where you go. Whether you have today or not, it is ingrained in you to be a person who must succeed and thrive and be the best you can. Can you see it? Do you know it? No matter where Prince Harry goes, he knows this. You don't have to convince him about it. He knows it. He knows it. He knows it. Do you know that you were meant to be the best person that ever lived? Because none in this world ever look like you. Nobody is like you. Do you understand how powerful that is? Do you understand how powerful that is, that nobody like you? Nobody in this world is like you. Out of 7 and some billion people, nobody is like you. That is how special. That is how powerful. That is how unique. That is how you have been separated from anybody, because you were supposed to thrive and live your best life and be the best. If I can do it, from abject poverty, from rejection, from being poisoned by my stepmother, who had grudges with my mother, who wanted by rejection by my father when I was 4 years old, you and you can do it too. If I can do it, I know anybody can. Thriving is black color blind. Black, yellow, green, and all anything in between can become anybody. If anybody tells you that you are nobody, tell them that I was somebody before you came through or you came to me. And anybody gonna tell you that nobody because you already somebody. You are somebody even before anybody comes to tell you you're nobody. If you know that you're somebody, you will get up out of that bed, you get out of that chair, you get out of that remote and remote yourself to your success. This is the time to remote yourself to success because you were meant to be the best person. Don't live life wishing. Live life and say, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I do. I never wish. I never regret. Because everything that I've gone through has taught me to become who I am. And you can become that person. If I can do it, you can do it too. They have done it. She has done it. He has done it. You can do it too. What do you want in life? Persistence is the key. Stay focused. Get it, run with it, and be good, be the best, and be the best you can be. You will never become anything more than you think about yourself. You are a sum total of everything that you think about yourself. You can be what you want if you are determined and persistent about what you want in life. If I can do it, you can do it too. Go and thrive and be your best. Thank you.
Thrive today. You can do it all by yourself. Thrive today.